This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
One last question from Jason. He says, if you and Tully were going to stay in the WWF, were you guys going to drop the titles to Demolition at WrestleMania 6? It's an interesting question. I don't think we've ever talked about what the creative could have been had you stayed with the company. Did you have any idea what the plans were for you guys moving forward had you stuck around?
Well, they had a history, Demolition had the titles for a long time, I think right at a year before we took them. So if we had stayed, there would have been no problems. If the guy's word would have been good and our money would have been right, I think he would have went with us because it was working. The only reason it got cut off short, obviously, is because we put in our notice, but we could have very well held those titles for, a year or so and made the rounds with every team that they had or every team that came in. It would sure have been a blast. It's a shame it didn't work out. Certainly wasn't on our end.
Josh Floyd wants to know, who was the toughest wrestler to turn on your patented spine buster?
What does he mean turn?
Well, you pick the guy up and you turn him around and then drop him down.
Oh, the hardest guy to give it to?
Yeah.
Well, the one that you would have thought it would have been Vader. But he was one of the easiest.
Huh.
Just showed what an athlete the guy was. This guy was 400 and some pounds. And it just felt like he floated up. And a lot of that is on his timing and just going with it and letting me, if he'll start up, I could get the rest of it done and get him turned. Barry Darsow, Demolition, took a great spine buster. I don't really have anybody that's really made it look horrible to my recollection, so nothing comes to mind.
Interesting question here about a sort of long lost Freebird that we don't ever talk about. Creating Heat wants to know, does Arn have any good Jimmy Jam Garvin stories?
Jimmy was just he was just a lighthearted guy. I always thought, becoming one of the Freebirds was just, I don't know if it was a perfect fit for Jimmy. Jimmy was just to me, was a very good baby face. And when he had that head full of friggin' hair, he was actually a handsome devil, believe it or not. You wouldn't know that to see him today. Well, he looks like me walking around here. But, he was a really good baby face, had a lot of baby face skills. I know him and Michael enjoyed being partners and they enjoyed the nightlife and all the things, the playing golf during the day and all the things they did together. I just think Jimmy was a really good baby face. And for that era of time when he was with Patty and, they had a good gimmick. They really did. They were good together.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.